10 on the 29th, so we had the new moon yesterday.
Verse 6 begins the actual path of Bodhicitta, or the explanation of the path, showing the benefits of bodhicitta. Thus, virtues are perpetually weak. Powers and misdeeds are terribly dreadful. Besides the
Extend the loving kindness, you become the
what other
beacon
virtue
of
triumphs
kindness,
over?
the beacon of loving kindness.
The lords of sages, contemplated for many eons, see just this one hour. Immeasurable multitudes of beings, for this will gain the sublime bliss with ease. No one should ever forsake bodhicitta, who wants to dispel being's unhappiness, vanquish the hundreds of miseries of existence, and partake in the many hundreds of joys. If they rouse bodhicitta in an instant, the wretched Sampa
And you have the wisdom to really see yourself, to really hold yourself when an emotion comes up. It's like the journey of the goddess is inviting you to not be afraid of your emotions, because your emotions are sharing something with you. Do you feel contraction? Why is that? Is something out of alignment? Is something not good for you? Are you being asked to set healthy boundaries? Or are you being asked to be more loving to yourself? There's so much wisdom within that, but it's also something we have not been taught. While growing up, it's always constantly, just move on and don't feel and don't cry and don't be too much and don't be too excited and don't be, and that's really the journey of the goddess, is inviting you to just embrace yourself. Embrace yourself when you feel sad, embrace yourself when you feel excited, embrace yourself when all these emotions come up, and to really be able to dance with them, really be able to shift with them. And also, but that is inviting you to really love yourself. Because it starts with that. Do you love yourself enough to allow yourself to express, to allow yourself to be seen, to be witnessed, but also to be vulnerable? Because the places that are being touched at this moment through the raising of the vibrations are the most vulnerable parts within ourselves. It are the parts where we feel most ashamed, the parts where we feel most painful. But that is also, I noticed that within my own journey. I went to Egypt in April, and that opened so much portals within my beingness, but it's also inviting me, it was like such an accelerating journey. It invites me to really look at all these shadow parts within myself, because I came here to express something bigger than I did. And I came here to be of a contribution by really being me. But before, there was still part of me that I didn't want to see or didn't want to recognize, or that was too painful or too shameful. And the last few months, I've gone through all these emotions, and I'm still, because it's an ongoing spiral, but it's really being brave enough to face whatever comes up in your path, because that means growth. That means you moving forward instead of staying stuck. It's also for me, and it's always easy to share from your own experience. Also for me, living a true meaningful life and living a true fulfillment life, it starts by just embracing yourself and being willing to go through these things. And you can live a joyful life, of course, with doing like the 3D things and the things we've learned through our conditioning and through but I think especially when you're tuning into this channel and to these teachings, you are looking for something more deeper and more profound, and that's really facing these parts within yourself that we have not been willing to face before.
Yes, and as you were speaking, I could sense some of the intensity.
Having a hard time.
If things come up and they almost make us want to cry, that's something to really look at too. That's part of the shadow. And so diving deep into it, wow.
Whatever.
What is the process for that?
See them and I try to picture them.
But it already starts with that we have been taught that crying is not good, because it's away from our body, our field of sharing, like something is out of alignment, or it's just like if you would see a little child in front of you that is sharing a story, you would listen. But somehow with your own body, through emotions, through crying, through wanting to yell, tries to tell you a story, tries to share something with you like, I don't feel like doing this, or this doesn't feel right. Why aren't we listening? Why haven't we been taught to listen to these powerful signals? Because it's really, you have this beautiful vessel. this beautiful body, this beautiful tool in this lifetime that is here for a reason. These emotions are here for a reason, and it is starting to recognize that. And when you feel you want to cry, allow yourself to cry. And when you feel you want to scream, allow yourself to scream. And what I do, the most magical things are happening through me allowing myself to cry. So when I feel a denser emotion come up, I don't walk away anymore. I just face it. I just allow myself, I don't dive into the story, but I just allow myself to express. So sometimes I just sit and cry for half an hour, and that's fine. And then the transition comes, and then the dancing, because that is for me at this moment really a powerful way to first express and then allow myself to dance. And through that, it's really magical things come on my path. I receive new downloads. I suddenly get beautiful opportunities on my path. I suddenly get beautiful conversations and people. But it is by me really being vulnerable to me and allowing myself to be seen. It starts by really being willing to see yourself instead of wanting the rest of the world to see you. It starts deep within, and that's just going through these things. But the reward is so magnificent. But it's just, yeah. So there's so much to share about this.
Oh my goodness, it feels so good. It really does. Being vulnerable to ourselves, to really love ourselves so much, to go through that and then dance. And the dancing is a whole new energy that does bring in the inspiration, or going out in nature, or anything that is embracing ourselves. So I love it. So have yourself a little cry. Some of us might call it a pity party.
Yeah, of course.
But go into the pity party and then come out with sparkly vibrations and the newness of that. And know that the goddess, the inner goddess, will be there to encourage us, and it will come forward through us. And this is not just for women, or is it?
No, we have these, like the divine feminine and masculine, it's all within us. It is about reaching this point of wholeness, but we have lived so much in these masculine structures that it is inviting us, because the divine feminine way, the goddess, it's all about inspiration, allowing yourself to receive, to be in this space of nourishment and love, and through you really tuning into your senses, to your body, to your... You receive more guidance about your next aligned steps, but then it goes from this effortless way, instead of you trying to figure things out from your mind, because maybe the way the universe has thought to create something for you is much more magical than we could ever hope for. That's what I noticed within my own journey the last few months. It's like I can think of manifesting something and trying to force it through my ego mind, or my thinking, or the how and the when and the old masculine structures. But now it's just in me allowing, and just allowing me to receive the guidance, and the outcome are most of the time even magicaler than I could ever hope for, because I am now creating new things. I'm not creating things from the old constructs. I'm creating things from this new divine feminine energy, and that is different than what we have created before. So it's like, and through us allowing this divine feminine part to come up, it's also allowing the divine masculine to come up, because in the end, it's not all about the feminine energy. It is bringing them back in wholeness and oneness, and from that creating even more magic into the world. But it's by, I think it starts, for me, it starts with the goddess, allowing this, just allowing yourself to be seen, to be heard, to be felt.
Yes, allowing. So beautiful. And I love that the guidance that comes is effortless.
Yes, it
That's
is.
the magic of all of it. Okay. You are going, this is an introduction to a 3-part series that you're going to be doing to reclaim our inner goddess, the divine feminine. And this is a mystery teaching. So it's going to include energy transmissions and exercises. So why don't we go ahead and do a little mini session here for everyone?
I would love to. For people that already know me or not know me, I work with light language, and what I've noticed is, so we have these parts where we can just go through ourselves, but there are also these parts that sometimes we are not known about, or that have come from past lifetimes, and it's really time to just burst through all these energies, but from this loving and compassionate way. And that is what light language does. It passes by the mind, and it's just a soft way to connect with your soul and with the essence of you, and a soft way to releasing whatever is not serving in your field, in your body, so you can become even more. So what we're doing in this 3-part course or mini workshop, it's like connecting with the goddess within, but also through energy work, through activations, through going into deeper layers of ourselves and really being witnessed and seen, and also the potency of the group, because that is also what I've noticed. This new earth way is all about coming together and sharing and being witnessed by others. So that's also why I found it so important to create a group component, to really have these 3 times where we come together, where you are being also witnessed in your growth and witnessed in the beauty that is within you, from this space where everyone is equal, from this space where everyone is just willing to work on him or herself to become the best version. And that's really, I think that's also a key part in moving forward, to really being able to share from this authentic space and to be seen and to be, So I would love to connect and do a short transmission and see whatever comes up. So for now, I would just invite you to close your eyes, as this is really a moment of you receiving, really a moment of you allowing yourself to connect with deeper parts within yourself. So just slowly become aware of your breath. Take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing in love and grace, and breathing out everything you do not need anymore. And there's nothing you have to do. You can just listen to the guidance of my voice. And just take another deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just feel how you are sinking in your body, how you are connecting with deeper parts within yourself. Just by your awareness. And we invite your higher self and team of light to support you in this now moment in the most effortless way for your highest and best good. To connect with deeper parts within yourself, so that deeper parts of love may arise. Now I invite you to consciously connect with your heart. So just through your awareness, see yourself connecting with your heart. And if you want to place extra attention, you can just place both hands on your heart. And the energy will follow your awareness. And in your heart, you are being invited in this beautiful temple of Kuan Yin. See in front of you this beautiful pink temple. It can have any shape that is aligned for you. But just notice for a moment this beautiful temple in front of you. This beautiful temple that is here just for you. And Kuan Yin is inviting you to join her in this temple. And just see yourself walking with her, entering this beautiful temple with pink light everywhere, soft colors and beautiful sounds and beautiful smells. The moment you step into this temple, it is like you are being embraced in this field of love and nourishment. And you are being invited to sit in the middle of the temple, surrounded by these beautiful frequencies of love and light everywhere. And the only thing you are being invited to do is just release. To just in this now moment, release. And through you releasing, there's less resistance in your fields, and you are able to receive more love, more nourishment, but also more guidance and clarity. Because as you relax, your system, your body, your field becomes more receptive for the higher guidance around you. But also to receive more love. And Kuan Yin is like giving you now this beautiful shower of frequencies of love and light. And just feel for a moment how these beautiful frequencies infuse in every part of your body, in every part of your being, and how you can just allow yourself to be present, to receive, and there's nothing you have to do.
Okay, welcome back.
You do not have to be more, do more.
Let
It's
yourself
just
find a
allow.
way to sit and listen. Teachings are not something, as I've often said, that you need to take notes or remember. There's no exam, there's no quiz. They're really more a reflection and meditation. Tonight in particular, because of some topics that we find difficult, I don't want to teach as if I know the answers. My wife would be very smiley, happily smiling if I made a statement like this. So I'm offering really as
Tumasare kare sura mare simata.
and what I'd like to talk about tonight is
Tumaseru mare sura
part of the
kare
reason for doing this is that last month after I finished giving that talk,
Tumara
which
seda
was
me
quite wonderful story
kare
of
vale
Sir Gawain and what it is that women want, those of you who attended.
Tumasare
It's a story I love to tell. Part of my reason for telling it was actually in response to the Supreme Court decisions recently, especially that about access to abortion, but other things as well. And the story really links that
It's
to
a
that
powerful
in a certain
field
way,
of love
but
is
I didn't
swirling
do it
around you.
explicitly. And I felt long
of
afterwards,
joy
like,
into the organs and
I
systems of
didn't
our
really
body
say
that
what I
leave this
wanted to say.
vibration, that are maybe a little bit
So,
shut down, that maybe
let's
are
try
Kuan
it in a
Yin
overclocked,
is now
different way.
that
inviting
maybe
you
are
to
not
connect
able to fully
with your
absorb
The
this
belly.
first thing
love
is to say
that is
that it's a
coming into our
mistake
physical
It's a
human
to
being.
powerful
believe
center
that
of creation.
So for this,
Dharma
I just want you
practice,
to
the
put
inner
your
practice of
hands crossed
liberation,
over your base chakra,
is an individual
in the
matter.
front of your body on the pubic bone.
One of the
Be
deepest
like a sponge
realizations that
and let
comes
the
as we
energy
meditate, as we
the
pay
archangel
attention, as we
Raphael.
live a life of care and loving awareness and mindfulness and so forth,
L'Église, la cliché de
is
ça.
the growing sense of interdependence. That there's absolutely no separation between our body and the body of the earth, and our life and the DNA and body of the biosphere and the food we eat and the beings that we live with, that we are completely interdependent. And so when I think about teaching meditation and Dharma and so forth, one of the things that's really obvious is that it has to include our embeddedness in the community in which we live. Mahatma Gandhi put it explicitly. He said, "Those who say that spirituality has nothing to do with politics do not understand what spirituality really means." They come together. And there are many, many teachings about wise society. There's a beautiful book called The Buddhist Teachings on Social Harmony, Social and Communal Harmony, by Bhikkhu Bodhi, with a couple hundred pages of passages from the Buddhist texts and teachings on this very topic. In one passage in the Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha says, there are 4 types of beings: those who practice for the welfare of themselves, those who practice for the welfare of others, those whose life and practice is neither for the benefit and welfare of themselves nor of others, and finally, those who practice for the welfare and benefit of themselves and others. And this is his invitation for a wise way of practice. And again, in another text, in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, a beautiful text where he talks about wise society, he says, how can people live in harmony? If they meet together and listen to one another respectfully and depart in harmony, they will prosper and not decline.
Okay, darling.